take a moment to look back at your heroes.
When it comes to hockey, I don't think anyone's man, woman, child, everyone was glued to the TVs and watching. Do you get that sense playing this game that everyone's pulling for you guys coast to coast?
Yeah, of course. I think just in general, women's hockey, we've progressed so much over the years, and we appreciate the support that we've gotten. And you know, being overseas and then having the Olympics overseas, knowing that all Canadians and everyone worldwide is there supporting us, it felt like they were right there with us. And even at the game, we had so many Canadian fans, family and friends, and it was absolutely incredible. And we can't thank all of you enough.
No, I don't think we can thank you guys enough for the moment. I'm wondering when you get home, you know, it's a grind, you're there, you win, you're exhausted, you get home, you're off the plane, and now you're inundated. What's that like when you get home? And everyone wants to talk about it nonstop, including, I guess, us.
I mean, it's basically like coming here, back home. We got media attention at the airport, and then we got back home. The Quebec girls went to Montreal Canadiens, and then some of us are here. So we've been a busy schedule, but we're enjoying every bit of it because it's not every day that we can share experience with the whole world and whole Canada. So we're trying to take in as many as we can, and we're enjoying every moment.
Has it all sunk in? Do you get a sense, like, again, tours and go, no, stay. We're going to get to Shannon in 1 second. I want to ask her about the net, but let me ask you, has it sunk in? Like, again, you get home, there's media, there's everything. You're going probably wherever you go. There's a crowd, they want to talk to you, they want to, can I see your medal? There's a lot of that, I imagine.
I mean, we're probably feeling like a little bit of celebrities for a couple of weeks now, so we're trying to enjoy. And then, yeah, it has sunk in because everywhere you go, you wear your medal, you bring your jacket, and people are just like, hey, were you at the Olympics? What sport? And then you tell them, and then it's just an amazing feeling that people would say, oh, I watched a game and I was glued to the TV, I had to stop working. So, yeah, it's a great feeling, and we really appreciate your support.
Yeah, you know what, I feel bad for those people that turned off the TV with 3 minutes to go. I don't know what you were thinking, exactly. Shannon, so much was made of that final game. A down 2-0, you made save after save to keep the team in the game. Did you know? You know, we talked to Kirk McLean earlier about just being when you're in a zone and knowing, I trust my teammates, I just can't let in another one. I know we've got what it takes. What's it like to be in goal in those last 5-6 minutes of the game, knowing what's going on?
It's a little nerve-wracking, like you said. One more goal and maybe it's a different game. And you know what, the girls battled so hard and they played well all game, but you could just see in those last minutes the momentum building, and we got one and I thought, all right, okay, we can keep this going. And when we got that second one, you know, heading into overtime, I'm like, hey, these girls need me right now. They've battled so hard, and they came through. They were huge.
Well, what was it like when you saw the puck going down? First, you know, they get tangled up with the linesman at the blue line and the puck's rolling down. It was almost in slow-mo for us at home. I imagine it was similar for you.
Yeah, we after the game, we have to go through this media mix zone, and it took like an hour, and that was definitely the most common question I got was, what was I thinking? And honestly, I was on the very end of the bench. Like, I don't even think I was on the bench. I was like behind the glass trying to watch, and from my view, it didn't look like it was going even near the net. So when it got closer, I was like, oh, please don't go in, please don't go in. So it hit the post. I seen the video, and Megan Augusta's just going back casually like this, picks it up, goes down, and we ended up scoring after that. So it was a big relief.
It's a game of centimeters, not even inches. Hayley, one thing that stuck out for me, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but the note that you wrote to the men's team following your win. Now, I don't know if everyone's seen that, and if you do you remember exactly what you wrote?
Oh yeah, play like girls, I don't know.
Well, that was the end, but there were some very It was emotional. I remember reading the note, and again,
Yeah.
I'm not playing, and I was touched by it. Did you get the sense that, again, your victory, your team's victory, it really could be like a momentum change? Like the guys could feed off that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, those of us that put that note together, we just kind of had a little fun with it. But at the same time, I think the men's team was inspired by our team, and because they told us so. Days later, a lot of the comments from a lot of the guys, they couldn't sleep that night after the game, or it was the best game they watched. And when you're in the Olympics, you're part of a bigger team than just yourself. And I think that the men's and women's teams over all the Olympic Games have always had a tighter bond at the games, and we cheer each other on, and we try to help one another get excited. So they had their game the next day against the U.S., and I think that was a little fuel for the fire for them.
Now, you mentioned you guys are all you're on the hockey team, but then of course you're part of the Canadian team. And do you guys feed off? Like, I know that the Canada started great at the beginning of the Olympics. There was a middle thing where people were getting a little uptight, but then Kaylee Humphries and Heather Moyes win a gold in bobsleigh, and it seemed to ignite Team Canada again for the last 4 or 5 days. When you're in the village and you guys are there, do you sense when another gold, Canada wins a gold in bobsleigh, do you go, okay, now it's our turn?
Yeah, I mean, the team was watching the girls do their run, and everybody was yelling, hit the wall to the American sleds as they were coming down. So, and when they won, I mean, there was a huge cheer from our team on our floor. Everybody was watching that, and days later they would send us a little note before our game. That's really what started the whole note thing, and you really get excited for all the other athletes and their successes, and even the disappointments you feel for it, and because you see these guys every day in the village, and it just makes you proud to be Canadian when we have those successes, and it's nice to see athletes that sort of toil in the shadows 3.5 years before that Olympic time, and we're really proud to be a part of that bigger Canadian team.
No, it was amazing. Now, does anyone have a question? Okay, here you go. You can ask a question. What's your name, sir? Len, go ahead, Len.
Hayley, I was just wondering, will this be your last Olympic?
No. Oh, that's like that would be about the 5th time today. I don't know. Honestly, I'd love to keep playing. I think I still want to keep playing, and
No, I can tell you.
we'll see. I'm going to take a few months off.
I hope I don't lose my line mate, so I hope she's coming back.
Right on.
I love my line mates. All right.
One more Olympics. You got a question, man? What?
Just for Hayley, can I touch your gold medal real quick?
Sure.
What kind of question is that? Let's make sure security is around.